What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mouzakis. We are locked in. Now, I have a new show that was recommended to me called Clickbait. It's on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. It's a little mini series, kind of a drama, murder, mystery type thing. You know me, I gotta have an action in the shows that I'm talking about. But before we get into it, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you can be a part of it. Hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, it's 8 episodes, and it's focusing on a family, a detective, but the story is the husband, he dies, and there's a video put on the internet, and they got to figure out who did this and why. So that's what we here doing. This is episode 1, The Sister of Clickbait on Netflix. Starting the episode off, we got some good music playing. You're like, okay, we got the vibe going. We got the family out here. It's grandma's birthday. We got the wife Sophia. We got the husband Nick. We got the sister Pia. We got the 2 sons out here, and we just having a good time. You know how it is. We outside. It's warm. We got the birthday going. We got a couple of candlelights. You see, even grandma got that wine, so you already know what time we on. But this episode 1 is primarily focused on the sister Pia. Now, she is the sister to Nick, the husband. And she's sitting here and she's just like, it's kind of awkward, you know. It's me, my brother, and our mom's birthday. But I'm here with my sister-in-law, my 2 nephews. But hey, we got wine. It's warm outside. What can go wrong? Now, you can see a little difference between Pia and the wife, Sophie. Most of the time you see this when there's in-laws. They may not, get together and mix like they should. But Pia's sitting there with her arms crossed. Oh, yeah, Mom. Sophia, she wanted to do a group present. But I guess. I mean, you still could have got your mom your present on your own if you're that upset about it, Pia. Of course, Pia, she didn't want to be part of this group present that they got grandma. So she's like, we got her that. That's not what we decided on. And Nick is just like, hey, just chill. You know what I'm saying? We got her a present and grandma's like, she likes it. But Nick, he drinking his beer. He looks at Pia. He like, man, you tripping. You got to go. I don't like that attitude. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We having a birthday party for mom. You in here tripping? Just go. Just get out of here. So what does Pia do? She leaves. She ain't got no shoes on in the middle of the street. You know what? Forget it, though. Let me get my phone. What are y'all on tonight? Let's get drunk. Oh, my way. Gotta get drunk. Y'all know how it is. You get upset. You know what? I'm going to go grab me a drink. That's what I'm going to do. She doing it big. You know what I'm saying? Now she's in the bathroom. She popping pills and stuff. But she like, shoot, I'm trying to get me some action tonight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She get on like a Tinder type app. She swipes. Wait a minute. Woody, 0.6 miles away, lives in Oakland. I'm headed up to Oakland this weekend, but she like, Oakland? Okay, let me ding ding. Match. Her and Woody get to texting on the app. She like, I'm on the toilet and drunk. But the night ain't over with for her. She goes home. Like I said, she popping pills. She doing all kinds of stuff. She even turns on the flick. She gets in the bed and she does them adult things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's one thing about Pia. Even though she had a toe up night, she got lit, it still didn't stop her from going to work the next day. When she gets there, there's a young man named Vincent. For some reason, he has a laptop while he's getting his blood drawn. And it's like, okay, put that up, Vincent. But you can tell he kind of likes Pia. And he's just surfing through, showing her videos. And they come across this blogger and she's like, I have this creepy video. And she says if it hits like 5 million views, the guy will die. And also he like abuses women or something. So let's see what this video is. They turn on the video and you hear this crazy music playing. And it's Nick, Pia's brother. And it says at 5 million views, I will die. So she's looking at it like, wait a minute. She's looking at it. The views are slowly going up like 1, 2, 3, slow views, just in the beginning. She's looking like, wait a minute. I abuse women. That's my brother. And the guy, Vincent, he's like, what's going on? You know what? This is fake, right? Now she's doing everything she can to find her brother. She's calling him, leaving messages. She goes down to his job. He's a physical therapist. And they're like, hey, have you seen Nick? And everybody's like, nah, we haven't seen him. They scratching their head like, nah, Nick ain't here. They having a good time playing volleyball and stuff. She finally makes it down to her sister-in-law's office. Like, hey, have you heard from Nick? She's like, yeah, I seen him earlier, but I haven't, I'm at work. I don't know where he is right now. So she's calling and he's like, leave a text. So now they're really like, where's Nick at? And you know me, if I worked there, I'm like, whoever this crazy girl is, your sister-in-law, you need to get her up out the building. We have class in session. They do like any family does. They hop in the car, Go down to the police station. Hey, we need to file a missing policeman report. The police officer's like, wait, so he's only been missing for a couple hours? You know somebody has to be missing for at least 48 hours in most states. If they've been missing for 4 hours, they could just be out, phone off or something. So the police officer's downplaying, and they're like, nah, we need to know what's going on now. Because Pia seen this video, and it says at 5 million views, I'ma die. And if you've seen a family member with something like that, if you know that they don't have a sense of humor or they playing around, then you got to take this, like, this is serious here. And the police officer like, well, we don't do nothing until about 48 hours. Holla at us later. We get introduced to Detective Amiri, who will be taking over the case. Now he sees the ladies. Hey, nice to meet you. Come upstairs. Let me talk to you. We have to do our, our normal questioning. So you guys seen him earlier this morning. How was his mood? Was he good? Bad? Did he drive to work? She's like, oh, he rode the bicycle. She's like, okay, interesting. Now, when you showed me this footage, was this his handwriting? And they were like, yeah, but he may have been under distress. Now, they're getting upset with him. He's just doing his job. People always get upset with the people that are doing their job. Now, he's a cop. I don't deal with cops in real life, but he's just doing his job. Now, Sophie, she's like, well, my kids are texting me. Pia's taking it a little more serious because this is her brother. But that only means one thing. If Sophie isn't as concerned as Pia is, maybe she's doing something. Maybe she has something to do with this. That's what detectives are thinking. They leave the police station. The detective's like, all right, I got enough. When they get home, the two boys, they on the computer and texting their friends. Yeah, that's my dad. And they're like, hey, get off the internet. And the boys are saying, Mom, everybody that knows us knows what our dad looks like. There's nothing we can do. But if that's a true video, or even if you think it's true, you should take the phone and the internet from the kids and don't let them even communicate with anybody until you can figure out what's going on. Like, this could be real. They checked my Find My Fam app. It's kind of like a Find My iPhone, but they look, Nick's phone is off. What? That's not like him. Damn. Hey, try his tablet. That's what I would have said. Try his tablet. It's connected. Oh, well, it looks like it's in the house. He ain't here. Never mind. Why is his phone off? That's one thing about social media. They're not going to let you live. So we just seen about an hour, 2 hours ago, it was at 3,000 views. But when something goes viral, it's at 300,000 and we ain't even halfway through the day. And it says 5 million, he dies. You can see people burning hell, rapist, monster. He deserves what he gets. It's like, damn. Everybody gonna be watching this video like, hey, you seen this video? They gonna forward it to 10 people. They gonna forward it to 10 people. And now you at 30, 40 people within a minute. Now, last night during her drunk escapade, her phone dropped into the toilet, so she had to put it in rice. Now she sprints home because she wants to check her phone, see if there's any updates or anything. So when she checks it, I'm talking about all kinds of text messages popping up. She's like, hey, is there any news? Y'all heard anything? Because she wants to find out, where is Nick? That's what we all want to know, is where is Nick? Pia had a voicemail from her brother, but her phone fell in the toilet, so she didn't hear it till today. And she's listening to it, and he says there's a lot going on. I'm sorry about what happened tonight, which leads us into a flashback. And she was talking to her brother, and she's like, what's going on? You don't seem right. He's like, man, just drop it. She wants to know, hey, is there something with you and Sophie? Are y'all fighting or something? Because now she's thinking back on what was the last thing they had a discussion about. And he was kind of, closing her out. And most siblings, especially these two, they're close to each other. So now she's trying to tie things together and put together a puzzle where her brother could be. Just when you think things can't get any worse, she gets a call. You need to come to the police station. There is a new video. He has a new video where he wrote, I killed a woman. So now the detectives, they're looking at her like, maybe your brother isn't so innocent. And the detectives, they really don't care about who they get. They want to figure out who did it. They don't care who they lock up, but they want to get somebody, because we got to close this case. Now, if it's the wife, it's the sister, it's the kids, we don't care who we lock up, but somebody's getting locked up for this. So since they got this new footage, they had to bring in the top dog. They brought in Detective Amir's boss, and he's like, look, we tried everything. We can't get the website pulled. It's located in a different country. We ain't got no jurisdiction over that. And plus, we don't know what server it's on. It's just, backdoored and everything. VPN, we don't know where it is. So we want to know what's more importantly is, what does this message mean? He killed a woman. What do y'all know? What aren't y'all telling us? So he's trying to figure it out. I told you one thing about police. You should never talk to the police without a lawyer, no matter what they're questioning you about, because they can change what you say and pin it on you. And 9 times out of 10, when you go into that police station, you become the suspect, especially in a missing case. The family members are the first people they look like, mainly the significant other. Now, Sophie and Pia, they leave. Pia, she goes off. Shut this down. Figure out who did this to my brother. I want my brother back now. And they're like, hey, ma'am, you need to get the hell out of here with all that nonsense. Now, when they get outside, Sophie and Pia, we see that they didn't have, any personal connection starting from the beginning of the episode to now. But Sophie's like, thank you for saying that. That's how I felt. And I'm glad you said it. So it's like, okay, they're building a little bond. But when Pia brings up, I have a voicemail from my brother, and it's talking about something was going on. She's like, what, do you know what this is? Because she's trying to see, hey, is there some kind of tension between you and my brother? And she's like, oh, no. And then what really catches her off guard is Pia said, should I let the police hear this voicemail? And she's like, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So that just makes it seem like Sophie is hiding something. Pia goes back to work, and there's people in the hallway looking at the tablet. They supposed to be on Pia's side, like, hey, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, nothing. But this is a fake video, right? Because they like, damn, your dad killed somebody and at 5 million views, he's going to die. But she comes in here, everybody's looking at it. You got all the patients just, interesting. 5 million views. They just running the numbers up. It was 3,000 when we first seen it, 300,000 after maybe about an hour. So we got to be at like 1 million, 2 million by now. While she's in the hospital, she goes over and talks to Vince. Now, we know Vincent, he kind of has a crush on her. We seen that earlier when she was taking his blood. So she's like, Vince, I need you to help me. He said, actually, since I found out that this was your brother, I started a forum, and look, this is how murder cases and stuff have been solved. Netflix actually has a docuseries that some guy killed a cat. He like threw it in the microwave or did something, killed it. And everybody went on there when they were giving out clues and hints, and they actually solved it. It's a real thing. It was actually pretty good. But she's like, look, Vince, just do what you can to find him. Now, for him, he's like, if I do this, I can get the girl I always wanted. But on this little website, everyone's just going to submit what they see. Like, oh, okay, there go a picture there. This is what I see here, the lighting. So it works. It really does work. Pia, she's running all over town. So, of course, she goes back to the house because her mom is there. Now, she goes upstairs. She talks to both of the brothers. When she goes in and talks to the older brother, this fool's on the video game. Your dad has a video out talking about he's about to die of 5 million views, and you in here playing the game. Bro, you need to be off of this and downstairs with the family. But you're like, oh, well. And he's getting text messages from people on the game. Hey, you there? He's like, oh, AP, yeah, I'm good. Like, dude, you don't turn this game off. Sophie and Pia, they're becoming the team we didn't expect them to become. Now, they're trying to get into his tablet. And Sophie's like, I only have 2 more tries to get in. So Pia said, try this hamster. That's the name that we had when we were younger for a little hamster, and they put it in, and it turns out it opens up. They go through his like web history. You got like porn sites on there. So that means him and Sophie, they wasn't doing what they supposed to be doing in that bedroom if he got to get online and look at that porn. You know what I'm saying? Because me, if I'm married, I'm at that house, I'm doing my thing, but he on there looking at porn. Then they start going through the pictures, and it's like, okay, he's a family's man. So it has to be something that Sophie's doing because he's not getting the sex. He's looking for sex on there. He's talking about there's some things going on in the house. Man, Sophie is probably the problem. Before Pia leaves, Sophie tells her, hey, Nick didn't really mean that last night. And she's like, no, that's my brother. He meant what he said, where he wanted me to go home and get up out of here. She has another flashback about her and Nick, and they smoking a little bit of weed. You know what I'm saying? Just to ease the mind. Just to ease the mind. They got the fake, you know what I'm saying, Bay Area behind them. That ain't really it, y'all. But they sitting there, and she's like, man, I'm nice to her, but she's just different. But Nick says, if something happens to me, you got to be there to take care of my sons and my wife. So he's kind of already foreshadowing what's going to come for her. Like, hey, you need to be prepared because I trust you with my family. You're my sister. She goes back over to Vincent because he has some information that we really, when I tell y'all really need. She gets there and he's like, look, on this cell form, I got some retired detectives and people on here, investigators, and this is what they found. If you take the two footages and put them on top of each other, if you look on the side, there's a sign that says don't throw. And that only comes in one van, and it's this XPN van. And they're like, oh my gosh. So now we have kind of a clue of what we need to look for. So the video is shot in the back of a van. She goes to the police station with it, and you look at the head detective. He's looking at it like, this what you bringing me? Hey, get this nonsense out of here. Now, Detective Amiri, he's, oh my goodness, let me do that. And you look at the cop behind him. He got his hands on his hip like, man, we about to go looking for vans. Oh, brother, man, I thought I was going to get off today on time. Them numbers are just racking up. The cops heard what they talking about. Like, man, we ain't trying to hear that. We can't have civilians running around looking for no van. We at 4.8 million. She's thinking about what happened last night. And Nick is like, man, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of the Pia show. Everything is not about you, Pia. Get out of here. I don't want to see you right now. You're making me angry. But them numbers is running up, and we going to hit 5 million. The video hits 5 million views, and the cops is like, oh my goodness, guess what? We got a hit on that van. They done brought out the whole task force. They pulling up, skirt, sirens going off. They got Pia and them in the back chasing. I'm like, no, you're not pulling up with us. Whatever this is, this mission, you're not going to be there. But they get there, and it's time to see what's going on. And what did y'all think? They was going to show us everything in the first episode? No, sirree, Bob. We got to go to episode 2. There you go, episode 1, The Sister of Clickbait on Netflix. Now, it's getting interesting. Episode 2 is about the detective. So episode 1, we seen the relationship that Pia had with her brother Nick and the relationship that she has with Sophie, the wife. Now we got to go to episode 2 to see what was actually in this van, and are there any clues that we can take from here? But hey, that's episode 1. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are y'all liking it? Y'all feeling it? Who do y'all think it is? Y'all think Sophie has something to do with it? Let me know what y'all think. I'm Mouzakis. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.